In the fast-paced rhythm of life, amidst the desires to reach higher and the fears of loss, we often forget that the essence of life is not entirely within our control. Just live well, and the blue sky will arrange it. A gentle reminder like the first light of dawn, encouraging us to live in harmony with nature and be present in the moment. As Buddha taught, do not seek the past, do not yearn for the future, the only truth is the present, and wisdom is found here. This teaching emphasizes the sacredness of the present moment, where each thought, word, and action can weave a life of peace and fulfillment. Living well is not only about sowing good seeds but also about harmonizing ourselves with the flow of natural laws. The world operates according to immutable principles: interdependence, impermanence, and karma. Every experience we have is not random but the result of the convergence of various factors, partly created by our actions, and partly the natural flow of things. Buddha taught, everything is the result of causes and conditions. This reminds us that every action, no matter how small, has the power to bring about profound results, not only for others but also for ourselves. Living well is also the way to free our minds from unnecessary burdens. In modern life, people are often swept up in a whirlpool of worries about the future or regrets about the past. But true happiness only exists in the present moment. Buddha taught, live like the lotus, untouched by water, reminding us to let go of worries beyond our control, so that our minds can be free and light. To let go is not to be passive or indifferent, but to understand that peace can only come when we stop clinging to things beyond our grasp. Therefore, we only need to live well, and leave the outcome to the blue sky. One peaceful morning, when the first light of day gently shines through the window, a person sits quietly, sipping tea. Thoughts of work and life's worries may sneak into his mind, but instead of letting them dominate, he chooses to focus only on the warmth of the tea in his hand, the fragrance rising from the cup, and the surrounding silence. Worries about tomorrow are still there, but he does not allow them to take over. He realizes that the present moment, the cup of tea, and the stillness are the most important things. Everything else, whether it happens or not, cannot disturb the peace within. This is a simple but profound lesson on living fully in the present. Amid the busyness of life, we are often caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. However, like the cup of tea in the hands of that person, each moment can become a complete enjoyment. If we stop, slow down for a moment, we will realize that in those seemingly small things lies the peace we are always searching for. By focusing on the present, on what is happening right now, we prevent ourselves from being caught up in uncertain thoughts or things beyond our control. Each such moment, though simple, is an opportunity to learn to live in peace, let go of worry, and return to ourselves. Just like a morning with the faint fragrance of tea, this life is full of small miracles, as long as we know how to pay attention and cherish them. A positive attitude is the key to unlocking the door to peace. A heart full of love and a soul inclined toward kindness help us view all events with composure. Life doesn't always go as we wish, but when we live with goodness, regardless of circumstances, our minds remain peaceful. The key is to focus on our own actions. Living well is not just about expecting good outcomes, but about doing our best with the abilities we have, living sincerely with others, and trusting that everything will unfold in the right way. Living well is about willingly helping others, speaking truthfully, and acting with integrity. This not only creates a happy life for ourselves but also spreads good values to everyone around us. When we understand that the blue sky, or the natural laws, always operates in the best way for all, trust will replace doubt and anxiety. At that point, we stop seeking perfection in the future or regretting the past, and instead, we become fully present in the moment. Living well is not to earn a reward from the blue sky, but to align ourselves with the harmonious flow of karma and nature. As long as we live fully in the present, sowing seeds of love and compassion, no matter what the outcome is, our hearts remain at peace, unaffected by the uncertainties of life. This is the path that Buddha laid out, living a good life and practicing the right way, benefiting ourselves while spreading happiness to others. The journey of living well is not a road paved with roses, but it is the challenges that are essential for our training and growth. When facing difficulties, instead of blaming, we need to recognize that they are part of the law of karma. Buddha taught, "What happens to us today is the result of what we did in the past. What we do today shapes the future." Therefore, instead of worrying, we should focus on improving ourselves through every action in the present, every word, and every thought. When we face failure in our work, instead of sinking into self-blame or resentment, we can choose to reflect on our mistakes, learn from them, and try harder next time. Just like a farmer sowing seeds, the harvest may not always be abundant, but perseverance and dedication will gradually yield worthy results. It is this spirit that makes life lighter, as we understand that everything that happens is a valuable lesson. However, to live well, letting go of unrealistic expectations is also essential. We are often pulled by constant desires, from wanting more possessions to striving for exceptional success. While these desires are legitimate, they can sometimes become burdens if we cling to them too tightly. Buddha once said, "No one can save us except ourselves. No one can and no one should. We walk the path of our own." This affirms that instead of chasing things beyond our reach, we need to turn inward and focus on what is within our control. A memorable story in the scriptures is about Kisa Gautami, a mother who was devastated by the loss of her only child. In her desperate search for medicine to bring her child back to life, she went to Buddha. He asked her to find a mustard seed from a home that had never experienced loss. As she traveled everywhere, Kisa Gautami realized that suffering is inevitable for all. From that moment on, she let go of her futile attachments and turned to the path of practice, finding peace in her heart. A positive mindset is the light that illuminates the path of living well. This does not mean always denying difficulties or avoiding reality, but maintaining a calm attitude in the face of all events. Like a calm lake, the mind of a positive person is not disturbed by external storms. They learn to view every problem from a broader perspective, recognizing that no matter how difficult the circumstances, there are always opportunities for growth and self-improvement. In daily life, someone who lives well is one who cares for others without expecting anything in return. This is the person who shares a smile, kind words, or thoughtful actions, seemingly small things that have the power to change the world around us. Like a candle, the light of kindness can spread and multiply, bringing warmth to everyone without ever diminishing. Moreover, focusing on one's own actions is the key factor in living well. Do not let evaluations, expectations, or comparisons pull you away from your original goals. Buddha taught, whether standing or sitting, whether awake or asleep, always reflect upon yourself, do not seek outside. This emphasizes the importance of turning inward, focusing on self-improvement rather than chasing after superficial things. Imagine life as a garden. If you nurture it with sincerity and effort, the garden will bear fruit. But if you merely stand by, waiting for favorable conditions, the garden will wither. Living well, therefore, is a balance between effort and trust in nature. We do our best, and rest, we leave to the blue sky. When we understand that the nature of life is interdependent and impermanent, we no longer cling to temporary things. The only thing we can do is live in a way that honors every present moment. And thus, no matter where life leads, our hearts will always remain peaceful and happy. Just live well, and the blue sky will arrange everything. Just live well, and the blue sky will arrange everything, is not just a reminder, but also a profound philosophy of life. It encourages us to focus on living rightly, kindly, and sincerely, while letting go of unnecessary anxieties about results. From a Buddhist perspective, it opens our understanding of the law of karma, the impermanence and selflessness, so that we can live a meaningful and peaceful life. When we realize that every action, word, and thought has the power to create an impact, we will live more cautiously, carefully in every step we take, planting seeds of goodness for ourselves and others. And when we learn to let go, not clinging to results or fleeting fame, we will experience inner peace. It is through this letting go that we find tranquility, a state of mind unaffected by the world's fluctuations. Life is like a river, sometimes calm and serene, yet other times turbulent and stormy. However, the river always flows to the vast ocean, and similarly, every effort to live well, even if results are not immediately seen, will always bring lasting meaning. The important thing is not what we achieve, but how we live. When we trust in natural laws, maintain goodness, and persevere in doing what is right, we walk a wise path, not only for our own benefit but also spreading light to those around us. Live each day as a lesson, so that each word and action becomes a seed of goodness. Do not let the past dominate or fear of the future control you, but cherish every moment in the present, because it is the only time we can truly live and make a difference. Buddha taught, "The past is gone, the future is not yet here, only the present Dharma is, and wisdom is found here." Keep living well and let the blue sky arrange everything. Because the blue sky is not some distant divine being, but the natural law, karma, life itself will know how to harmonize and arrange things when we live with full sincerity and goodness. Thus, we not only live well but also walk the right path, benefiting ourselves and all those around us. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation and to not miss out on great content.